Hello. I was listening to Man in the Garden by Kendrick Lamar. It wasn't recently. I'm not gonna lie, it was a minute ago. But like he said something about ancestors. I don't remember what he said, but the energy of the song, I don't know. Like it was an energy that I've never felt from a song before, and it kind of like opened up my mind a little further when it comes to the idea of ancestors. I feel like the world has caused us to be, well, when I say us, I mean black people. The world has caused us to be um, kind of ripped away from connecting with ancestors. They've made it seem as though certain things are demonic or certain things are unlawful or just simply bad. They've deemed all these things as bad and kind of made it seem as though they just put a certain picture or a certain idea over what the truth really is. So, um, I like to think that a lot of people, a lot of black people at least, are starting to connect with their ancestors a lot more. And can you imagine like the shift? Imagine, the years of slavery where hella people died in the most craziest ways, the most vicious and insane ways. Hella people died, right? And then you have the government trying to spill out a certain narrative of what it means to do certain things to try and take you away from the fact that you can actually reconnect with these people who have been tortured to death. And so now the black families, are growing up and straying further and further away from their ancestors because in their minds it's deemed as demonic or it's deemed as straying away from the Lord or it's just deemed as this terrible thing to do. And I'm thinking about the ancestors. Like imagine how the fuck they felt. Imagine how they felt. That's that kind of hurt my heart a little bit. Imagine how they felt. Like damn. And I just know they're tired of the white people. We're not gonna get into that. I just know that they're like not all of our ancestors are too happy about what the fuck is going on. I'm gonna be real. I don't think they're happy at all. But in listening to the song "The Man in the Garden," I kind of I had a visualization in my head of ancestors being reconnected with um people that are living now, like their family or their lineage now. And it was like a plethora of ancestors being connected. And I just seen everybody hugging and everybody being happy. And oh my God, that kind of just made my heart smile a little bit. Like, imagine being taken away from your family for so long, and then after a certain point, things start clicking. Everybody start waking up. Everybody start realizing something ain't right. Everybody start realizing like, why would they be demonic? Why would anybody be demonic? Why when we die we have to become demonic? Why does it have to be like that? Something's not adding up. If we're demonic, what the fuck are we doing on this bitch? Like who the like it's so many questions around it. If we're demonic, who the fuck are we talking to? This Jesus Christ person. Who the hell are we talking to? Like what's going on? But yeah, to just make it seem as though spirits in general are demonic is kind of crazy. But I believe, I don't know. I don't know who, I'm not going to say I don't know who sent me that vision, but I don't know. I feel like there was a purpose behind seeing that. It kind of felt almost as if like the world was happy, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. But it was a good. I actually wrote about it. That's what I'm looking at right now. It said it's like a sigh of relief and such celebratory energy. It felt sentimental to think about it from a broad point of view and not just my own. I imagine it to be like a graduation where after the ceremony, everybody is looking for the graduate and the graduate is searching for their family as well. And when they see each other, it's immediate joy and affection. Everyone is hugging, everyone is cheerful, everyone is back together again, strong together again. That's the exact energy that it gave. I wouldn't even say exact. I kind of felt like it was a lot more sentimental than that, but it just gave this energy of like shit was just more stronger. I don't know, like not to say I already had a. I actually don't even know what I've thought about this beforehand. I never just got into the depths of it, but listening to that song and seeing that vision in my head, it just felt like destiny. I don't know. Like it felt like it was supposed to be like I can't put it in words, but I wish y'all was there so y'all can just fucking feel it and see it y'all damn self. Sometimes, you can't just put words on certain shit. It's more about the feeling. And that's something that I've been learning about life as of recently. Like everything is not about what you can spew out. Sometimes you can't give it back out. Sometimes you just feel it and it's that. Sometimes you just feel it. You can't say what it felt like. You might not even be able to really just describe it good enough. Sometimes all you have is what you can feel, and that's with anything. So yeah, but let me see if I could pull up the lyrics. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna just read this whole verse. He said, "Cause my intentions was pure, even when you wasn't sure, even with every allure. How much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. I said I deserve it all. I'm waking up at 6 a.m., 6 miles a day, conditioning my wind. I said I deserve it all. I'm showing up as your friend, telling truths better than your next of kin. I said I deserve it all. I never asked for too much credit, seeking validation just for the aesthetics. Bitch, I deserve it all. Period. I see you as a human first, even when you didn't understand your worth. Bitch, I deserve it all. It's innate to mind my business, writing words, trying to elevate these children. That's why I deserve it all. Pray for those who prayed against me. Damn, that was deep as fuck. Cause he real as fuck for that. Pray for those who prayed against me. Every reason why my ancestors sent me, bitch, I deserve it. I'm so sorry, but no, that's real as fuck. That is so real. And after that, he was just saying, "I deserve it all. I deserve it all. Put a smile on my mama, good health and good karma. Blah 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 blah." That didn't apply to me, but no, because I think that probably really put me in a state of trance a little bit because I really feel like that's like what I do in my everyday life. Like it's people that don't understand the things that I do. It's people that hate the shit that I do. And I don't really, I'm gonna be real, I don't do much. Like I'm just a simple person. I keep saying this all the time, but people swear I'm not simple. I'm just a simple I'm just a simple person. It's just that the world is so strayed away from simplicity that the shit that I do seems so like outrageous and bizarre, and that is literally not the case. I am the most simple person I have ever fucking met. But that's neither here nor there. Yes, I feel like I've been in a state of trying to fight the good. I mean, fight the bad with good. I've been doing things to try and not find myself tangled up in the negativity of it all. And that's just been me my whole life. Like I've always chose the optimistic route of opposed to that's not true. Sometimes, I fell, for the most part, I'm choosing the optimistic route because being negative, I don't really like who that makes me become as a person. I know I have the willpower, I have the capacity, I have what it takes to tear some shit up. I know that for sure, but I don't like what it does to me, or I don't like what that makes me feel as a person. So I'd rather give out what other people can't. Cause I know it's some people they don't even try to do good shit. They don't even try to look at things in a positive lighting or just go about life in a positive way. They don't even try. So the fact that I can, why not just do? Why try to pretend like it's not there? Why do what everybody else is doing? Why? Like, this world is full of enough bad. So all the negative shit that people be sending my way, like, I eat that shit the fuck up. I eat that shit the fuck up. And I send love right back to you, bitch. Like, for real. Because niggas don't be having that any fucking way. Like, you might as well get what you can take. Even if I'm not in your face, like, I still do my best to be loving about everything. I try my hardest not to even say that I hate certain shit, or I try my hardest not to even use the word hate. Sometimes it happens, but like, seriously, I feel like I've always been thinking, well, ever since, never mind. I've just always thought that I've basically inquired or acquired, not inquired, I acquired the things necessary to be able to live a certain life, a particular life. And this life was a life that I feel like was it was supposed to happen like this. Everything was supposed to happen like this. It was supposed to happen like this. So I feel like it's taken a lot out of me, or just in general. It's just taken a lot for me to live this specific life the way that I want it to be lived, opposed to just doing what everybody else is doing. Ever since I figured out that I can do something, if you know you can do it, why not do it? If you know that you could fight against certain things in order to live a more freeing life, why not take that? Why not take it and run with it? Why continue to fester and stew in bullshit with everybody else? Why be miserable with everybody else? You don't like that shit. You don't like that shit. It feel uncomfortable. That shit is not helping you grow. That shit ain't getting you nowhere. Regardless of what everybody else is saying they have to offer, why not go and do some whole other shit? Why not go and build a life with yourself, opposed to trying to, I don't even know what to call it, opposed to just trying to sit here in this life that you don't even fucking like? Why? Why? What sense does that make? This is not even a product of your creation. Like, I just want to see what I can create for myself. And being that it's coming from me, I know that I'm going to love it. Because anything that I've ever given myself, like, I just feel like everything that comes from me to me, everything that comes from me to me, it just means so much more to myself. So why sit here and try to pretend with the rest of these niggas? I don't want that. I want what I can create. That's what the fuck I want. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I know he ate that. Like, oh my god. I'm about to go listen to that song. But thank you for watching. That's all I had to say. I just had to throw that out there real quick, real quick. But I love you. Goodbye.